position with our shoulders aligned over our wrists, our hips over our knees. We're going to take a nice big inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin into cow, and exhale, tuck the chin, round that spine into cat. Again, inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin into cow, and exhale, tuck the chin, round the spine into cat. Go ahead, follow this at your own breath, your own pace. Few more seconds here. And when you're ready, meet me back in that flat, neutral tabletop position. Next, we're going to go ahead and tuck our toes, pushing our hips up and back into down dog. Once here, take a moment, kind of pedal out with those feet, bending one knee at a time, feeling a nice deep stretch in the back of those legs here. Finding your breath here in this position. And when you're ready, we're going to walk those hands all the way up to meet those hands. Here we are in a nice forward fold position. Still feeling that deep stretch through the back of our legs. That upper body, the head and arms are fully relaxed, letting them hang towards the mat. If it feels good for you, you can go ahead and grab opposite elbows. Kind of start to trace an arc at the top of your mat. Still feeling that deep stretch, letting that upper body relax. And if you're grabbing opposite elbows, go ahead and let those go now. On our next big inhale, we're going to halfway lift, coming into that flat, neutral position. And exhale, forward fold. Maybe those hands are reaching the mat a little further this time. Feeling even deeper stretch in the back of those legs now. Again, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. On our next big inhale, we're going to raise all the way up, one vertebrae at a time, your head being the last to come up. Once at the top, take a big inhale, raise those shoulders up to your ears and push them down towards the back of the room. Maybe those palms flip forward. Maybe spread those toes a little wider. Feeling really grounded here in this mountaintop position. On our next inhale, we're going to go ahead and raise those fingers up towards the ceiling. Making a nice big V above our head, kind of like you're holding a beach ball. On our next inhale, we're going to bend over to one side, trying to keep those hips centered, pointing towards the front of the room, feeling that deep stretch in your side. Engaging that core here, holding for a few seconds. And exhale back to center. Make sure those shoulders are tucked down out of the ears. And we'll go to the opposite side now. Stretching over, keeping those hips pointed towards the front of the room. And back to center. Next, we're going to go ahead and go through flow. So we have two different options here. So we'll inhale, raising our hands up to the ceiling. Exhale, swan dive down towards the mat. Go ahead and plant those hands at the top of your mat. Step back into a nice high plank here. Once here, you can lower those knees down onto the ground, and then we'll lower our whole body down onto the ground. Coming into either baby cobra or full cobra here. Take a moment, and when you're ready, we're going to tuck those toes, pushing those hips up and back into downward dog again. Take a moment here, pedal those legs out if necessary. And then I'll show you the second version of this as well. So you can step or hop towards the top of your mat. We're gonna inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, planting those hands again, stepping those feet back, staying in that nice high plank here. We're gonna lower that body slowly down towards the mat. And into Cobra. And tucking those toes, pushing those hips up and back again. So we're gonna go ahead and go through this a few times. Choose whichever version you would like, either one or two, and follow at your own pace. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, plant those hands, stepping those feet back, taking whichever version you would like. Tucking those toes, pushing those hips up and back. Again, keep following this at your own breath, your own pace. We'll go through this about once more. Make sure we're still breathing, moving with that breath. And when you're ready, you can meet me back in that flat tabletop position. Slowly lower those knees down towards the mat. Readjust so those shoulders are aligned over the wrists, hips over the knees. And we're gonna go ahead and bring those big toes together in the center of your mat. Push those knees out as wide as your mat, sending those hips towards the back of the room. We're gonna go down into child's pose now. Try and find that breath here. Feeling a deep stretch through that upper body and those hips. That forehead can rest on the mat. Trying to slow that breathing down.